Right, we'll attempt to show you how to take the flywheel off. That's the bit that gives the spark with the magnets in and blows the air and generally keeps the engine running true, because all engines without a flywheel wouldn't work. One other thing of interest, I need a socket for this, a large socket, and it's just a bit of interest this is, because this is my father's old socket set. I bought it many years ago, and we're not in shot, are we? Here, not doing very well. Right, I just want to hold this up, because if you see that old socket set there, old Laura socket set, well, when I was 20 odd and working on Mini, I used to use this, so that lasted well and still nearly all there. Anyway, we'll just see if we can get the flywheel off, because this can be a difficult bit, and there is a way. You take this nut off first anyway, so let's get that off, and then we can see how tight it is and everything else. Now if you just hold the flywheel like that, you won't break the fins off. We're not doing it that hard. And then with a bit of luck, oh, it comes off, look at that. Oh, that's nice. It wasn't too tight. Sometimes, you know, especially if they're getting an old one, it's been to pieces a few times, oh, they can be hard work. Anyway, take the nut off and the recoil cover comes off, you see. But then, if you put the nut back on again until it's flush, just below flush, and there's a good reason for that, because sometimes they're on taper, flywheels are on taper, and sometimes if you just get two screwdrivers and it's come off, so we're alright with this one. But what you can do is you just have a reasonable size hammer. You just turn it, make sure you can still see what we're doing, like that. If you just get a screwdriver or a bar and put a gentle pressure, not too much on one side, and you give that a sharp tap, get it square, one tap like that, and it normally comes off. You're supposed to do it with a puller, but I'm trying to show you these without these expensive tools and things. Mind you, it would be a very simple one to make. That's the keys come out, I mustn't lose that. There's a little key there, so we'll pop that in the box. We've got 3 now. And where are we? There we are. All you do is you need a bit of plate that goes over those holes. Just any little bit of fairly, you know, reasonable little plate. I'm trying to look around to show you something. I haven't got anything to hand without boring you. And then all you do is drill 2 holes to take some bolts to go in there. In fact, I'm saying that, but this flywheel hasn't actually been drilled, so you can't do it that way. Normally, they've got 2 threaded holes in there, and all you do is you make a little plate to go over the end of the crankshaft there, to stand about there, with a nut and bolt. A hole in the middle with a nut and bolt round to a point on there, and of course the flywheel's on like that. Well, then you get a little plate with 2 holes in, you screw 2 bolts rather, screw them in with a little gap there, and then you put a nut behind it and a bolt so you can screw it on and it pulls the flywheel off. But as I say, this one, they haven't done it, so I'm guessing that they're not worried about that. Okay, well that job was successful, wasn't it? So right, that's coming on alright. We'll get on and do a little bit more and take the rest off. Oh, there is one other thing we can do today, and that is take the exhaust off. And what you do is just these little tags, I'll show you, just knock them back like that, and then the nuts will come off. It's just to secure the nuts, that's all it is. It's nothing much, but it needs doing. Because it's always little things that we're going to do. And I also, actually, I might be able to show you, I'm going to show you later how to clean things up. But I think I might be able to do that today as well, just to start it. What it is, all you need is a rotary wire brush. So you wash them in some sort of solvent, paraffin or white spirit or engine cleaner, anything you've got, and then you can wash them off in water. That's the other important thing, is to wash them off in water. There we are, that comes off alright, look. There's a little gasket on there, and we're going to use that again, so we'll leave that. Bit of black oil in it, but it's not too bad, I suppose. So we'll put those in there for a minute. Now, so that's the exhaust off. So I'll just, this is clean enough, I think, to show you. So, yeah, I think I'll show you the wire brushing. So all we need to do is a little wire brush and an old electric drill. And I'm sure that will be enough. There we are. So you can see that it's a bit grufty, but it's not oily. That's the thing. It's not, because if you lather a wire brush in oil, it just messes everything else up, and we don't want that, of course. So all I'm going to do, I've got to get a wire brush. Now I've got my wire brush. I found that, and it's one of those. I'm just going to zoom the camera out a bit now because we don't want to be. There we are. Well, I've got one of those, just ordinary wire brush, and we can use it in electric drill. And this one. I've got some small ones somewhere. That's the other thing. This is, we used to call it the reconditioning machine. And what you can do, what you normally would do, I haven't got one, but a normal size bench grinder, you can buy them. You can buy them like this. See, a wire wheel like that, and you just put them on a normal bench grinder, and they, marvellous things, really is. Everything comes, you can get a rusty old bolt, and it'll come up like new. You don't have to buy new. So we've got that, and I've got an electric drill here. So I'll bolt it onto this table for now. I normally do it in the vise over there, but you can't see, and it's in the corner and I can't move. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to clamp it onto the table and put that in the chuck, and then we'll do that little bracket, and I'll just pick a bolt up out me. I've got tons of bolts. That's and we'll show you. So I'll just stop camera for a moment. Right, I think we're ready to have a little look at this job. Now, the thing is, always wear safety glasses with these, because if a bit of this bristle flies off and it's in there, it'll blind you. So I'll just clamp it to that, look, clamp this to the bench, the drill. That's the magician's trick that I was hoping to show you. The reconditioning machine. You see, people buy new bolts and everything else. Absolutely no need. So we do the engine in that. We're also using a small wire brush, just a small one, in the wash tank, which for me will be just probably biscuit tin, you know, with a bit of paraffin in. and you can do the inside, the block and the whole engine. You can get it all absolutely brand new clean, and you don't need any of these expensive tools, as you can see, you know. So this is what we're hoping to show you. And just to show you, look, we've got a bolt there, just ordinary bolt out of the box, but a little bit rusty, you see. Hope you can see that alright. It's pretty poor actually. Luckily it's sunny day, we've got the sun on us. So I'll do this one. Look, see that? Can you see it? Look, it's as good, if not better, than a new bolt you go and buy out the shop. Cleaner and everything. So there we are. That's the magic ingredient. So at least, hopefully, it's been a bit more of interest today. Right, we will press on in a day or two. Bye for now.